Oh, what's up, ladies and gents? It's your boy, Director Chill, Hills Homestead Zone 8A. In this video, we're going to be giving you a full tour of our brand new greenhouse. Let's get it. Before we get started today, I do want to say a special thanks to all of the new subscribers to the channel. We are now over 100 subs. I really appreciate it. I thank you guys. I think we're at 106 as of the recording of this video. Should have got to you earlier about this, but we've just been busy. Lots of stuff going on. But the reason why we are here today, got the greenhouse. So, take a quick look. We're gonna do a little spin and Reese. This right here is a 9 long by 5.5 wide by 7 feet tall. So as you saw in the intro, I did have to kind of duck in a little bit, and we'll go in there in a sec to discuss that. But first, let's just start with how we ran this thing. So, of course, it comes with these 4 straps that go into the ground here. Let me see if I can get a little close up there for you. Okay. We actually added these red straps, and what I did was came in here and added these screw tie downs. Okay. I ran the wire through the hole, up and over. And then I use these cabaneros, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I call them climbing hooks, through, and you just run the rope through. All right? So it allows multiple tension. The day we put this up, and I kid you not, the very next day, we had winds of about 50 mile per hour gusts. This thing, it shook. Some of the pots on the inside tipped over, but it didn't go anywhere. As you can see from our other video, we did add wood chips all the way around. It comes with 4 of these opening holes. Okay, and I'll show you this from the back here. You do see I did tear into it. Oh, you'll see on the inside what that is all about. But overall, we were really excited about this. Now let's go inside here, because that's where the magic happens. So, as you know, I'm in Georgia Zone 8A. Crazy transformation. I'll just show you a quick one. First year, before we even had the channel, can you see me? That was our first garden. We didn't even have the YouTube channel yet. Then, of course, y'all know about the pool. Know about a couple of raised beds, which that one is turned into a compost pile now. That has stuff growing in it. We have raised beds in there. Newest addition is here. And of course, you know about the hydro. So let's go inside. Now, as you can see, pretty easy to put together. These poles just snap, and there will be a link in the description, my YouTube affiliate link. We are a part of, Amazon affiliates now. So we'll be looking out for that. So you just snap it together. This one actually has, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, so 6 total racks. We'll get to everything in here in just a second. On top of that, you can count the bottom floor. So all that down there. And I hope you guys are enjoying this new setup. I want to bring y'all better content. And based on my camera, my microphone, I've got all the equipment. It just sometimes when I'm shooting by myself, it's a lot. And I'm the talking head, and I'm the planner, so it's a lot. I'm a one-man crew for most of the time, most of the season. So, all right, so we got our racks. So these are 10-inch exhaust fans. I've got, well, let me explain. These 2, that's an out exhaust. This guy right here, which I love, that is going out as well. So that's sucking the hot air out. These were out fans. The plastic on the side now is closed. These just are circulating air on the inside. This is my big boy fan that's normally running. I got it off right now, so if you see me sweating, it's for you guys because it is loud in here. And then I got me an AC unit. Again, all links will be in the description. So that's what you saw on the other side with the hose that go out. Ran that. Follow the instructions, guys. This thing runs R32 refrigerant. It is a official AC unit. People use it in their homes, but decided to get that because here's the goal. My goal is to not only grow stuff in here, but protect it from the elements outside all during the season. So spring and summer, which we're in right now, it's crazy. It's gonna be 9 degrees in here. But this is going to extend our spring. No, let me rephrase it. This is going to extend our summer harvest into the fall. So peppers, okra, tomatoes, even into the winter time, because we don't get our first frost date until November. So granted, I've got stuff brand new planted in here, which we'll discuss here in a second, that really I wouldn't plant this outside right now, right? It'd be too late in the season. We probably wouldn't get a harvest. So anyhow, and then also we want to start a lot of our stuff earlier this year, especially like tomatoes. I mean, I plan on growing tomatoes year round in here, at least until it's warm enough to put them outside. So that's the goal. Ignore the sweat, like I said, trying to do this. So let's just start over here. Got a tray of microgreens in these trays. I will tell you this, these trays are flimsy. I will put a link in the description for these trays, but I'm going to be honest with you, and this is not a plug. They don't sponsor me. Epic Gardening makes a tray that I think I'm gonna have to get. Even my wife said it because, to be honest with you, I mean, look at this. This doesn't even have any cups, and look how it wobbles like that. So the Epic Gardening trays are, I watched Kevin do it. He picked it up with pots in there, and it was just flat as a board on the bottom. So I think we might have to go that route. And here's another reason why. And it's over here. These come on top. You definitely want to, sorry, chickens. You definitely want to zip tie these down. But they are kind of flimsy. You know, the strongest points, of course, are where the poles are at there. But see, you get one of these big boys like this. I mean, it's all kind of pushed in. So I'm not really a fan. I mean, look how that sunk in. I did think about putting some hardwood planks on there, but we'll get there. Again, we've only had this up for maybe 2 weeks. I don't think it's been 2 weeks yet. All right, but back to where we're growing. So microgreens, yes, it's summertime, but again, it stays pretty cool in here. We got some lemongrass. We got all types of basil. I think y'all might have saw this. Yes, y'all saw this in the gardening update video last week. Got some purple basil there. More basil. Okay, let's spin them back around over here. So these are my melons. So melons, of course, tomatoes, peppers, they typically can handle this, and okra, which you all see in here. So that's what we got. More melons. Y'all know my cucumber season started pretty bad, so I got some stuff that I'm still gonna try to plant, even though that is not a morning glory. That is a banana pepper. For most climates, it's gonna be too late in the season to try this. Red chard, only reason why it's in here, it's actually a heat-loving plant. That is from the Cali Chem Seeds collection, but we just transplanted it, so that's why it's under the tent. And yes, we do have 40% shade cloth up. This is a pepper. This is actually my only jalapeno that did good this year, but it started getting bug tension. I plan on trying to overwinter my peppers and bring them back next year. Yes, you can do it. So that's why it's in here. All right, let's take a look in here. Yes, you do hear the roosters going at it. So here we've got some cantaloupe. I've got okra. Okra loves the heat, y'all. More okra. Another tomato. Again, so far we haven't really got enough sauce for the season, and we plan on planting a bunch of doing a bunch of sauce. That's actually green zebra. I just love green zebra slices. Again, jalapenos, more okra. That is another tomato. That's aroma, so that's one of my sauce. Another okra. And we got our beans. That is a yellow, can't think of the name of that bean off the top of my head, but it's one I have not grown yet. That's actually a melon sitting there. Now, while I sweat to death, I am going to have to turn these fans back on. So please ignore the noise. I'll only do a couple for now. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so the whole goal with the greenhouse is, you know, I want to start literally, I'll do some stuff indoors. You guys know that I have a lot of indoor plants, and I do a lot of indoor, well, hydroponics, but also like indoor seed starting. So I want to start in there and then transplant out here early February. And I'm talking about like my tomatoes, peppers. This unit right here, AC heat. Let me see if I can get a little closer on there. So we got, sorry guys, it's not the best angle. Okay, here we go. So we got different modes. We got AC, heat, dehumidifier, and I think humidifier as well. So when it actually is, for instance, 96 outside and sunny, that will keep it in here with the door closed and the exhaust fans and all the fans on. That will actually keep it about 2 degrees warmer than the outside temperature. When it is cloudy, for instance, yesterday evening, the sun was already over the house, right? So if you don't know, for my gardening purposes, that is east, this is west, so it comes this way. Once it gets over the house and this is in shade, it was 90 degrees last night. It was 72 in here. So I actually have it set on 76. You set it on temperature 1, it goes all the way down to 61. But guys, do not do that with your AC units. Just like inside, my wife does HVAC. And I will tell you this, if you try to run your stuff on super low temps, it's either gonna freeze out or burn out because it's too hot out, okay? Whew, I'm dripping. Anyhow, so again, another raised bed that I wanted to go with, a standing one, and this one is about, I guess, let's call it 6-7 inches deep, 6-7, for all intents purposes. So, loving the greenhouse right here. We'll take a look. Look at me now. But we plan on doing a lot of growing year round, which means more content for you guys, which is really what this is all about. So, didn't want to make this video too long. It's your boy Dirk Chill Hills Homestead on 8A. If you have any ideas, questions, comments, experience, please put it into the comment section. And please like and subscribe. It helps us out a ton. Again, thank you to the 106 subscribers we have now. I know it's going to be plenty more to come. Hills Homestead is definitely growing. Next coming up, let's step outside. It's hot in here. Whew. Next coming up, it's a tragedy. Remember the coop that me and my family built by hand? Paper wrote the blueprint. I'll show some of the old clips in the description. That windstorm that I told you that didn't move that, put so much pressure on these guys that they buckled in and ripped the panels off the door. So, because of the chicken math, man, I'm really sweating. Because of the chicken math, we have 2 new coops coming, 2 in 1, I guess you could say, that will be here very soon. Goldie's in here. She's become a brooder. What are you doing, Mama? It's every day. Every day she's in there now. We're gonna do something about that too. What was the compost pile, which started out as a garden, chickens got and tore it up. We now have potatoes and watermelons growing in here. This will actually turn into a bed, our first raised bed. Another reason why we're getting the coop is it's time for the chickens. Yes, we love them free range, but we got the coops. They're gonna stay in the coops. The coops move. We got them on wheels. Wheels of steel, baby. And a quick look at this. You see the rest of the tomatoes, we chopped those down. Still got some potatoes working. Here's the first raised bed. We've been dropping all the extra soil and some topsoil in there to get this ready. That one is staying where it's at, clearly. That one is probably going out into the yard for flowers, for pollinators. On the other side of the path, beans are still going crazy. These are my next successions of tomatoes. Big Boy, Roma, I think H55. Melons, pumpkins, thought I saw one down there. And watermelon, melons, and pumpkins. Well, this will always be their side of the garden. Our big lemon tree did not produce any flowers this year, so we went ahead and cut her back. It's a dwarf tree, lemon, lime, and citrus. So next year, hopefully we get some of that. The strawberries will be taken out. 1, 2, 3. There's one down there and there. You can't see. 4. Those are all gonna be put in a raised bed out there, where we're gonna take the brick from the bottom of that coop, make a square, soil it. It's gonna be a strawberry patch. We're gonna put that out there. Strawberries, flowers, pollinators, dill, stuff like that. Did finally pick our first cucumber. As you can see on the Five Brothers, cucumber is doing good. And some back there. But overall, you know, we got a lot going on here at the homestead. With the new camera setup, guys, we will be doing more fishing videos. I got this where I can kind of hold it, rig it, put it on the ground and stuff like that. So, you know, we're doing this for you guys because we want to bring you the content. I've been doing this for a while. You know, I had a YouTuber tell me the other day, say, you know, you can't really call yourself a beginner anymore. You do way more than most people do. With the hydroponics, the fishing, the trapping of animals, and I mean food trapping, squirrels and stuff like that. The chickens who turned the pool into into a garden. But it's your boy Derek, the Chill Hills Homestead on 8A. I'm gonna go ahead in here. Let's cut some of the stuff back on. It's about to get loud. But it's your boy Derek, Chill Hills Homestead on 8A. Thank you for coming along with me in this gardening. Like, subscribe, comment. I can feel the AC just cut on down there, so it knows it's hot in here. And grow that thing. Peace.